Robbo's just loading up. This muck heap should actually be known as a wasp heap. We must have had, I don't know, we must have had 7 or 8 different wasp nests in there. Yeah, hectic when you disturb one. You don't want to jump out the cab quick. But anyway, Robbo's just loading himself. They must have stayed late and got going early because yeah, the next field's nearly done. So anyway, we've got another heap across the road. We're going to spread that. Got another heap over at Coles, so we're going to go and spread that as well. I think we got then some more to do for some neighbours as well. So yeah, there's going to be a couple more days at it. Anyway, spent last night getting the Svearverken. So you have to go on your laptop. You have to go to the farm management software. You have to click the little bind button. It will give you a code. You put then the code in the terminal, but you have to just remember to put your serial number in there. You just take the serial number off the back. Diagnostic Center. There we go. It's top one there, look. So you punch that number in. When you log on to the system with your password, because we've got 3, it actually recognised it, and I didn't even have to punch in the code there. It just recognised that we had it, put the code that the computer gave us into this monitor, and then they're all linked together now. So when I create a guidance line now, and it might change with the next update, they're asking us to do an update, and there's something to do with shared lines on there, but for now, when I will create a line on this system, and then we will press the sync button in the field page. We'll go to the field page, we'll go to there, we'll press this little button here. You have to have it connected to your phone. It wants an internet connection. Press that button, and then the guidance line then should appear on the other screen. Same guidance line, and then you're both using the same line. Say if you like on the next field, they've already had a disc pass already. We're going to run the muck over them and then run the disc again. To save the running the tractors at the same line twice, you can share the line. Lovely, that's nice. Anyway, we'll try and get that to work later. We moved the cows this morning. Farmer's got a load of wheat in the shed. He's got a lorry up there. He is loading a load of wheat out of there. We are now connected, so that's good. Doesn't take long. It just feels like a long time when you want to use it straight away, but it doesn't take long to connect. This is the only time really we use the shared line feature for us, because unless me and Keith were out doing disc rating, but these tractors aren't on the big tractor, these systems aren't on the big tractors. So after we got ourselves sorted yesterday, we didn't have any more problems for the day. It just blew a couple of shear bolts, one after another, and then thereafter it's been fine. So, but we make sure the rotors are spinning before we engage the bed. Learned that one straight away. Anyway, we ain't got much of a heap left here. Hopefully cover the last of this field, and we're moving across the road. This field is called Plantation. We put a winter wheat in here last year, November time. It didn't go in too bad really, and then the electric board came. That's what all these marks are on the field. They came and put their board down so they can get across the field. They pay you for it, you know, they don't, you're not out of pocket doing that. Somewhere along here. Just here. Get our button. Our button says no because we haven't got that on. Nice. When it starts like that, you're a happy man. When it starts with a bang, you are not so happy anymore. Up goes the door, and then we engage the bed. And I imagine we're running somewhere around 6.5 K, something like that. Anyway, everything's coming spraying out the back. Keithy will run the discs over this with the press, and we're going to have a second wheat down here. So yeah, and all I do now is I look for the rotors through the guards there, and the moment I see the rotors I start shutting the door down, just so nothing comes straight back at the tractor. And surprising, I haven't had one yet, but it's surprising how often you'll have things come at the tractor. I tend to cut a block. I'll come down a few meters down the other way and then fill them in as we go. Rob's will be set up somewhere similar, you know. And later on, when we move across the other fields, we will now be able to share our guidance line, and they should be the same then. So that'll be quite cool. Keithy's been down here, just chewed off this green. This is where they had the pad for the pylons. They've changed them from 4 wires to 3 wires. I don't know if you can see it very well over there, but instead of 4 wires on one side, they have 3 now. So 4 this side, 3 this side. And they only done up to this pylon here. And apparently the guys were telling me that sort out all the groundworks. They were telling me that they only got half of it done. And then they ran out of time and they have to move on then. So that's quite interesting. Well, need to shut the door down, see motors. I get to the tram line here. When we get to the tram line, we knock the bed off. We make a turn. And we hit our guidance button. The wheels turn on their own because this is hydraulic one. Back on goes the bed. When we hit the tram line, like there, and then I'm watching the doors again. When I get, I don't know, when I get on my last, when I get about halfway, I knock it down a gear because it starts coming out a little bit thinner then. So to compensate for that, I just knock it down a gear, and then you know, you get a little bit. You're aiming to get a nice even spread. But the muck's in really nice quality. When it looks like that, it's perfect. That's how you want to see it. You don't really want to see fluffy hay, straw type muck, although it does all get incorporated into the soil. So from here, where are we? When we get past this green bit, we'll go down a gear. You don't want to run out either, you see, so you just try and time it. Time it right, but the last bit that comes out is always thinner, so we do all our inside work first, and then we'll do round the outside twice. Just knock it down a gear now, just so we can clear everything out there. It's a little bit thinner coming out now, so by going slower we're just chucking a little bit more on. Robbo's just tidying up the pad. We're moving across the road. We've got a muck heap across there. We're going to start. We've got a couple more dotted about. But we're getting on pretty well. Anyway, we're yeah, I've had to figure this screen out because we don't do a lot of line sharing with them. Let's just say I'm creating the first line off this screen. So we're going to go to our field bit, hit the sync button. That will then send our guidance line over to the other. It sends it to the cloud, and then when the other guys press sync, it pulls it back off the cloud for them guys. It's a little bit boggy in the middle there for Robbie. He's just tidying that up, but he's only going to be able to do so much. You stay there, mate. No. See if we can make this one work. So let's connect to my phone again, like that. Should ping on my phone. If my phone is being polite. It is. There we go. And we go on your field button. Field. And we press this button. Like that. And then you should have L1 here. That's the guidance line. Press OK. That's it. Now you got the same line as me. I've done a row, missed a row, done a row, missed a row. I've done 3 times.
On here then, can I see when you're recording? No, they're not live. That would have to be like live connection all the time. Yeah. But I can upload my line and then you can pull it off the cloud. That's all it's doing. I upload it and then you download it. He should be able to select the line between my lines, if you know what I mean. You don't want to get anywhere near the back of these things. Absolutely vicious. Anyway, right, we're going to load our sails. We start again on this heap. There ain't much in this heap. It's not as big as the other one, but yeah, there we go. Line sharing between the monitors. You know, there's only certain times you use that, so, but it's nice to, you know, it's nice to see it working, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, you know, if you wanted precision with that, you have to go RTK on all tractors. They do an aerial you can buy, stick on your barn, puts all tractors on RTK. We might look into that in the future. This is the next heap. We'll get ourselves positioned, and yeah, this will take us most of the afternoon and into tomorrow. Anyway, Robbo's just been and tried it. He said it's bang on, so once everybody knows how to use it, that's the beauty of it, is getting everybody familiar with it, using it. The veg boys, they'd use it the most, but they'd use it with RTK, so they can have all the wheelings the same, the tractors are all the same, tracking and all the rest of it. It would be nice, you know, if we could both mark the screen so we know where each other's been. Oh, that would just be bliss. Right, we're just starting a new field. Robbo sent us a line, so we simply click menu, field, hit the little sync button down the bottom there. That should have sent us a line. L2 is the line. We press tick, back. We'll go and see where it takes us. Oh, I believe we're on Robert's. Ah, I can see it now. We're actually on Robert's last line. He must have been running out. That won't matter. Yep. Yeah, I can see it now. Ah, there we go. Anyway, we will follow on with that. He must have been running out because it was, yeah, quite thin that end, so no issues there. But it put us on his wheel marks. Hit the button, hit the lever. That's better, yeah, I see it now. I see it now. Alright, there we go. Yeah, look at that, look at us. That's, it's actually a brilliant little tool, that. As long as everybody knows how to use it, you know, especially for this job, it's really, really handy. But there aren't too many jobs where we're in the same field with an implement. So with the same implement, apart from the disc aerators, which we're not using this time. So yeah, that's good. People in the fields with potatoes and stuff like that, it would be ideal. You know, that sort of work where they're running the same lines over and over. You can save those lines in there. You can make, you know, if you've got RTK as well, even better, because those lines are there forever and they don't move. Same wheelings every time. But yeah, working nice for us anyway. So look, Rob's got a bit on there this time. Bloody hell. Right, anyway, we're going to be done for the day. We've got another, we've got another, what we got, 5:30, a couple of hours. We're getting on alright, we've had a good bloody day today. Yeah, most likely going to get this one and that big one. We might even have enough for the big one out the front as well, so we'll see how we get on. Bigger heap than I thought. Let's shut my doors down. Risky business. Robbo's just behind us. Ah, it's working nice. I can see it's perfect. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I think of these things. They're a great bit of kit, and they can do all the fancy stuff. You know, turning back on itself. You put a boundary in,
can do all that. I mean, it'll turn the tractor around. It will, yeah. The only thing it can't do compared to me Massey is it hasn't got implement control and variable seed rates. No, it does do variable seed rates, sorry, but it doesn't control the tractor, so it can't slow the tractor down on the headland, work the hydraulics as well, whereas my tractor with its headland gear can do all of that as well. So but you know, it's brilliant bit of kit. Right, I've run out of muck, and Robbo will be able to see that. Oh, it's cool. Right, that's it. We'll probably leave it there for this one, but we got another what day is it? Tuesday. Yeah, we've probably got another 3 or 4 days of spreading. We're going to go to help some neighbours with theirs as well, so yeah, lots to do. We'll leave it there on this one. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.